When you have a running back who breaks tackles, like I feel like you're able to sort of have a good view of that on the field. Can you sense that like a defense, it's like really frustrating the defense when they just can't stop the run?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, getting yards after contact, stuff like that. It's turning a 4 into a 10, turning a 15 into a 30, whatever it may be. It is cool. I kind of feel like I get a unique perspective. I'm always, whenever I always tell that to like all the running backs I get to watch. It's like I get to watch the end zone copy of film like live. So it's really cool to see. And obviously this past weekend, watching Rico, Trevor too, but watching him, have an amazing day. It was a lot of fun for me.
We heard the news, obviously, of him getting the honor this week. Of course, that's an individual award, but it's all of you guys, and it kind of puts Panthers on the map a little bit. What kind of energy does that bring to you guys when one of your players is getting recognized that way?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm super, super happy for Rico. Someone who works super hard, deserves it. Great player, great guy, great person for our team. So it's awesome. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'd be the first to say too. It's the O-line did an amazing job as well. It's all of us taking pride in that. So yeah, we're all super proud of that.
Bryce, what's unique about the relationship of Rico and Chuba? Were they able to, handle one guy may get 200 yards one week and the next week he's a backup to Chuba? So I mean, what's unique that allows them to handle that type of situation? Because a quarterback, you don't really have to deal with that.
Well, I just know that they're great people. They're people that are always rooting each other on, always working, always doing the right things, always doing the little things. So from my perspective, from the perspective of the entire team, we're all grateful that we get to work with those guys. So they're great for the locker room.
Dave said that Rico essentially called the play at the first play of the second half where he ran for 53 yards. Were you aware that Rico wanted that particular run? Yeah. Brad told me, he was like, hey, this is something that, right before, and he kind of told us, like, this is what you want. He wants us to take ownership, and he called his shot, and of course did a great job executing it. Again, up front, they did an amazing job. But yeah, it's just like, it's great to see that ownership, and something that coaches talk about all the time. We're great for them kind of empowering us to take that ownership, and it speaks to the competitor and the player Rico is. Do you also suggest plays like, hey, I like this look here, or do you do that mid-game as well?
Yeah, we have talks throughout the week, on the sideline, we always come back, and Coach Canal is, again, another thing that it's great to have is someone, that's, hey, what do you see out there? He's always encouraged us to talk, hey, this could come up, this is something that's going on, this is something that, is in the plan that I think would be good, and he's always communicating things he sees to me, so again, it's credit to our staff that they empower us to do that.
Do you remember a specific play that you've done that before and how that worked out?
I don't remember a specific play. It's, stuff like that. It's not super uncommon. It's just like, hey, I think they're ready for this. Hey, I think this is coming up. Because, throughout the week, we kind of talk through the plan. Obviously you react as things go, but it's most of the time it's not this left field, drop a play it's, hey, we know we want to get to this at this point. We want to see how they're feeling. Yeah, it's fairly frequent.
Coker's practice window open. What does he bring to this wide receiver corps?
Yeah, I mean, he brings a ton. The competitor he is, how hard he works. Someone who's physical, fast, really good route runner, super strong, hands, really good after the catch. I think it's just another element. Obviously, I'm not 100% clear on the timetable and all that is, but whatever it is, we're all excited for him to be progressing, him to be back in. Also, I'm super happy for him. Again, people don't get to see the work that he puts in throughout the week. Obviously, when someone goes on IR, from outside perspective, you kind of just, kind of forget that they're around or don't think about them as much. But like actually being a part of the team, being a part of the building, seeing how we work, seeing how he's killing himself in the weight room, killing himself in the training room, doing every little thing, engaged in the walkthrough, still asking questions, even on weeks when he knows he's not going to be up for multiple more weeks. Game plan is going to change, still staying engaged. So I'm happy for him because he's been putting in a tremendous amount of work.
He's getting reintegrated. It's another weapon for you. It's at the same time when XL is getting kind of back to his form after his injury. Jimmy Horn's getting in. What kind of, positivity does that bring for you when you have plenty of options at this point?
Yeah, it's super exciting. I'm super grateful for the group that we have, and everyone's growing, everyone's getting better, everyone's pushing the right direction. So for me, from my perspective, we have a ton of assets, a ton of weapons, and I'm excited to get them the ball.
We always talk about like trust and belief and all that sort of stuff. Late in the game, all those rookies making big plays. When you watch the film, like what is that? How excited does that get you as you get more and more guys that you can trust and you can believe in each game?
Yeah, it's super exciting. It's fun. Again, from the outside perspective, you probably just watch on Sundays for most people. For everyone inside, you see the day-to-day growth. You see the development. You see the first day that someone gets drafted or gets in and has to learn what the very first formation is and, all the little intricacies of the offense. And watching them progress, watching them take ownership, watching the work they put in turn into confidence and turn into production on Sundays. It's super rewarding. It's really fun to watch. And for me, I have all the confidence in the world in the guys that go out there. So it's super exciting.
With that growth, are there particular things T-Mac is better at, faster maybe than you think a rookie might ordinarily be at?
Yeah, I think he just plays with such a feel to the game that, a lot of times you expect that out of a veteran receiver. You expect a guy that's played a ton of snaps to know where to be, know the angles to break out, to recognize coverage, to have little nuanced things when if it splits off from someone else or someone's running a different route, having the feel of, okay, I'm going to adjust to make them right. I'm going to figure out I'm going to feel the zone and make sure I adjust my depth to be where I need to be there. Stuff that, and that's stuff that he does a great job at. Stuff that when you're out there, especially at the quarterback position, you recognize it. It jumps out immediately. Just one of the many assets he brings.
Particular play that you're like, okay, a rookie doesn't normally do that.
Actually, we were. This was like all the way back in. I want to say OTA. It was like right when he first got here. So all the way back in OTAs, and we were just working on a keeper, and he was on one of the shorter routes in the keeper, and it was the same term that we used for a different keeper, and we had another route on the backside, and he ran it in it actually wasn't even ran, it was a walkthrough, and he had stopped after. He's like, oh, he has the other route on the backside. I'll make sure I slow down and give you time so we have space. And that's stuff that rookies that come in, it's like, what's the name of the route? What's my steps? It's just, you're trying to figure out. And for immediately come in, have the feel, understand what's going on with, the football IQ to do it and to apply it full speed, that was probably one of the first things that I recognized.
Bryce,
Couple more, please.
did you enjoy being mic'd up this week?
It was I guess I didn't feel it. I didn't think about it during the game, so that's fine. But yeah, that was something.
Did you listen back to it?
I watched back some of it. It's kind of weird. I guess for everyone else, it's not weird watching.
That's what I'm gonna ask. What is it like, literally seeing yourself in a moment that you're trying to get lost in that moment playing football, and then seeing yourself oh wait, this is how I act on the field.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen stuff like that before, so it wasn't super foreign, but it's always interesting. It's there's certain things like that, the NFL stuff. I try to look at it as a blessing. There's only certain professions you can do where they record you and follow you with the camera everywhere you go, and getting to see it is definitely a privilege. So I try not to take that for granted.
To your character of apologizing to the cameraman. Well, that clip was awesome.
What are those moments like? Because the two that stand out to me was the one that was covered in Darren's article, the moment with Derek where you were just sort of stay with me. And then at the end with JC where it was finish it out. Those little exchanges with the defense, what do those sort of mean as far as the bond between the offense and the defense?
Yeah, it's something that we emphasize, and I'm super grateful to have the defense we have, and obviously for what they do on the field, but the character they are, the people they are, the players they are, and it's a team effort. We talk about it all the time. We want to play complementary football, and especially on Sundays when we are on that same sideline. Making sure that we know we're playing for each other. We know that, I know their defense has my back. I want them to know the other way. We interact, we talk, and I think it's good for both of us just to make sure football is a weird sport where half the time you're sitting on the bench and it's completely out of your hands. I don't know too many other sports that are like that. And because of that, you have to, when you have that trust, you have that belief, and you have that investment on the other side, it adds to the cohesion of the team. So I'm grateful for the group of guys we have over there and just that willingness to feed off each other.
Appreciate
you.
it.
Great.